All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. And my name is Judson Powell. That's stupid. That was just stupid. But anyway, I like to laugh as much as I can. Anyway, I want to talk about something I usually don't talk about sports. I want to talk about LeBron James, okay? And LeBron, I got a couple of Facebook friends, and they're like huge LeBron fans, and I don't think that they can really understand why, like especially older guys. And so then Dr. J, he came out and made his all NBA teams, forever teams and whatever, and he put Michael Jordan on the second team, and he put LeBron nowhere. And so I don't know why LeBron gets such a bad rap. I mean, I kind of get it, but then again, I kind of don't. Now, I don't think he's like the All NBA first team type dude. I think he should be second team, and I do believe that Michael Jordan should be first team. That's just my belief. After being a basketball fan pretty much, all my life, I had an uncle who was a scorer for the Detroit Pistons, and my dad, all-time fan, and I used to go to a lot of games because they used to give me free tickets. And so I seen a lot of basketball. I saw, I actually got to stand next to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was then Lou Alcindor, as I, got to see people play NBA basketball. And I kind of learned the game and what the game encompassed. Of course, I never played because I was always, at 6'1", I was always too short. In my neighborhood in Michigan, you couldn't get no run. I was like short and big, so I played football. So I kind of get it. But here's the thing. People need to stop dogging, and including me. I'm going to stop dogging LeBron. And the reason is because he didn't, just because he didn't grow up in the era, he grew up in the era he grew up in. And he played in the era, he's played in the era that he's played in. He can't change that. He can't change what he was with. Because it's just like right now, like I look at like a lot of the DJs and stuff like that because I was a DJ. So I look at a lot of the DJs and I don't think that they really could have held a candle to us. But I was just born I was born too soon, born in the wrong era. And I get that. So, so I can't go up there and say, I can't take none of these guys, and even the radio dudes, like a lot of what they do, I don't think they could hold a candle to a lot of the DJs and a lot of the air personalities that were out back in the day. They just couldn't. And there's a couple that made it through, but times changed, the climate changed, the playing field changed, all kinds of stuff. So guys that were, guys that are right now, they're just beneficiaries of the times. So I get that. Right now we live in a time where the super teams like now, like the Nets, everybody went and joined the Nets. Everybody went and joined LA. Everybody went and joined Miami. So you go where everybody is. The last real teams that were really out there were like the Pistons and the Bulls. They were like real teams. They had and not even, and I'm talking about the first three-peat Bulls, not the second three-peat Bulls. The second three-peat Bulls were like those Bulls. They had like a super team because then they just got all the players. They had Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, and then they went and got Dennis Rodman, and so you had a super team, and I get it, I really get it. But to sit up there and say that LeBron does not have the skills, he does have a skill set, and the only thing that really, if he would have won every time he went to the finals, I mean, right now we'd be having a different conversation, but he didn't, and that is what it is. And I think the Dirk Nowitzki victory with Dallas, that kind of blew him out the water, because there ain't no way in the world that there's no and I'm not trying to say this to be prejudicial or anything like that, but I'm sorry, but LeBron, Michael Jordan would have never lost to Dirk Nowitzki. He would have never. It would have never, because he was just so, so powerful, and so he willed his teams to win. And so that will to win, that because to me that's the number one factor that puts Jordan at the top. His will to win. The fact that he would have done anything to win. He's almost like, to me, he's like Ronnie Lott. Like Ronnie Lott was the same type of dude, but in football. It's like losing is not an option. Whether I have to cut off my hand, my finger, what I got to do, whatever I got to do to make sure that we win, we're going to win. And so I look at Michael Jordan as that kind of dude. And there's not too many people that have that will to win or have that desire to win like that. So you got to hand it to people like that. And I think Dr. J is wrong about that. I mean, because look, the teams that he played on in Philadelphia, they had chances. But I don't think that his he had athleticism and he had gracefulness and all of that, and he had knowledge of the game. But did he bring the other people that were with him? Did he bring them along with him? I could still remember, what his name, George McGinnis, with that finger roll that lost it. Just like I could remember, the same thing with Patrick Ewing in the finger roll, that little finger roll, and it's like dunk the damn ball. But see, Michael Jordan would have dunked the damn ball. And we wouldn't be talking about stuff like years later about who was better or who was worse and all that kind of stuff. We would have never had those. These conversations would have never come about with Jordan, because Jordan was not going to leave that to chance. And every time in that situation where he could win the whole thing and he took a shot, guess what? He made the shot. And so that's what puts him above LeBron, in my estimation, in my opinion. And I know we got everybody in the world, chiming in on this. But the bottom line is killer instinct. The fact that, hey, I want to kill you, I want to destroy you, and I want to stop you. And the only team, thank God that I'm from Detroit and I had the Bad Boys. The only team that ever put that between Jordan and the championship was the Detroit Pistons. And the thing that always made them great was the fact that they had those Jordan rules. And they was like, okay, you can bring at us whatever you want to bring at us, but we got rules. we got rules. And the one thing is, Michael Jordan is not going to get into the lane. He's not going to dunk. He's not going to be making short shots. He's going to have to change his game in order to beat us. And even Jordan has acknowledged that. Look, I had to go to the weight room. I had to get in the weight room. I had to start lifting weights. I had to start, the little turnaround shot towards the baseline and the intermediate game. He had to develop that. Why? Because he knew that they wasn't going to get to the they wasn't going to get to the basket. He knew Buda Edwards and Bill Laimbeer were going to knock the living bejesus out of him. He knew that Dennis Rodman was going to knock the heck out of him if he tried to get into the paint. So let's go there and let's stop all this craziness, because LeBron is a great player. I'm not going to say he's not a great player. And the other thing, but even more, he's a great humanitarian. And he's a great brother. He's a great black man. So, I'm not going to, right now, anything that him and Kyrie Irving decide to say, I'm going to listen to him and I'm going to give them carte blanche, because they the only players that are willing to step out of their comfort zone and speak truth to life and speak truth to power. That's the whole thing that's going on right now. So don't be trying to, it's like, I don't know why Dr. J said what he said, or what promoted him or what prompted him to say anything against LeBron, because LeBron is the only person right now, him and Kyrie, they are the only two players that are like speaking up in any league, They speak in truth. And I love that about those brothers. And I hope other people, it's just like when I was a kid, and we had Muhammad Ali and Jim Brown and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We had these players that would step out on the truth and say, look, this is not the deal. Jim Brown, okay, well, he kind of switched up on us as he got older. But the one thing that, the reason why I love Muhammad Ali so much, he was my hero. He was my hero. And that's back in the day, they used to put the fights on closed circuit television or whatever, and we used to steal the feeds. Or we would get the feed and then put it on. You had to go to the movie theater. We used to have to do whatever we had to do so that we could hear the Muhammad Ali fight. And it was our spirit that conjoined with his spirit to say, look, there's nobody who could beat him. Even though there were people that could probably beat him, but there was so much spirituality going on that we knew that there was no way that you could beat our hero. And maybe I don't feel that way about LeBron right now, but I do know that he is a hero to the younger generation. And I ordain him and I ratify him as a spirit that is not going for all of this BS that's going on out here in the street. And you got this, they give flame to this bar owner talking about, he ain't going to play the NBA. So don't play the damn NBA because you are racist. But you're not going to speak against my brother. And y'all not going to speak against the minister, Louis Farrakhan, either, because we love him. These are people that we love. We love him. So stop trying to speak against them and stop trying to get negative things against these brothers because we love them. We love them. For better or worse, whatever it is that's coming down the pike, and they're the ones that are standing up for our people, for police brutality. We love Colin Kaepernick. He took a knee. Thank you. And everybody else, I've been seeing Shannon Sharp lately coming out speaking against the powers that be. And I love that. We're not gonna sit up here and mince words and nothing like that. We're gonna say we love you. LeBron, we love you. LeBron, we love you. Keep speaking truth to power. You don't have anything else. You have nothing else to prove. We love you. All right. Anyway, fastest 15 minutes is up. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons. But most of all, hit the love button and speak truth to power. Everybody needs to be doing it right now. Everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. You should be speaking truth to power. To this power out here that's anti-black and that supports police brutality and supports white supremacy and white nationalism. It has to go. It's got to go. It's over. I love all of you. Thank you.